So, and once again, Mr. Castor said that he decided not to prosecute Mr. Cosby because that would set off a chain of events that would get Andre Constant some justice. That is why he made that deal not to prosecute, but allow basically Bill Cosby to make certain statements that he felt would help her in her civil trial. To me, what I find a little bit strange is why would a district attorney care about a civil trial?
He's made numerous statements to the effect that he believed that this case did not belong in a criminal courtroom, that these grievances should be resolved in a civil context. That was his thought process. And he has stated that he thought he was helping everybody by shifting it away from a criminal courtroom into a civil context. And that was his choice. He chose as district attorney to agree not to prosecute. And he basically did more than agree not to prosecute. He instructed Mr. Cosby and his lawyers that they had no right to assert their Fifth Amendment privilege because he had waived any right to prosecute him. So it was a two-sided arrangement.
Yeah.
The DA agrees not to prosecute. Because of that, you have no constitutional right under the Fifth Amendment to not make statements. You now must make statements in reliance on my agreement not to prosecute. That's basically what happened. But there's something else you need to know. You need to know about the ugly insertion of politics into this whole equation. Bruce Castor ran for district attorney. It's an elected position. His opponent was the person who became the trial judge in the Cosby case.
Yeah.
And apparently I wasn't involved and I didn't know any of these people. It was a bitterly fought election. Castor won, his opponent lost, and the opponent subsequently became a trial judge. He became the trial judge in the Bill Cosby case. So when the defense asked to have the charges thrown out on the basis that Mr. Castor had made a binding agreement, and a hearing was conducted, and Mr. Castor testified under oath that he had made a binding agreement, that he had bound the office, his old political opponent in a bitter election, who was now the trial judge, made a ruling that he lacked credibility.
Wow. Okay.
You have to keep all this in mind, because ugly, dirty politics was involved in this case, in my opinion, from day one. This was a clear case of ugly, dirty politics inserting itself into the legal process and, in my opinion, corrupting the legal process.